Hello everyone. This is the all our presentation regarding environmental impact, that is the sustainability regarding all our system. Hello everyone. This is the next presentation regarding design of environmental growth and environmental impact of and sustainability. Design for environment focuses on efforts by producers and manufacturers to reduce product or process impact on the environment design and strategy, that is the environment is accomplished by a product development activity, and these are the activity is acted by the following number of steps. First one is choosing. This choosing is appropriate material. Second one is examining the product usage phase to reduce environmental impact. Next step is designing. So designing for energy efficiency. Next step is minimizing industrial residues during manufacturing. Designing for end of life. Next step is improving packaging, and last step is reducing use of environmentally relevant substances. So these are the steps for designing of environment. Next step is environment related in industrial ecology. Global warming, non renewable resources depletion, and life cycle assessment. These are the all over industrial ecology points, both to processes and products, and aids in the evaluation and minimization of environmental impact. Next point is carbon cycle engineering and forestry management, that is PLM. Next point is managing potential toxicity like chemicals, metals used in PCB, sensors with living things and environment. More proactive role in providing a clean and safe environment. Life cycle engineering. After the completion of industrial ecology, second point is life cycle engineering. The engineering and design of products and processes to minimize the cost and environmental impact for the life cycle phases of the product. The process it requires trade-offs to develop the optimal product, that packaging, chemical content, and end of life. Decisions are made without strategy, resulting in higher cost and lower successes. OECD, it is more important points for designing of environment, that is called Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. If a television is used for 20 years, the environmental impact is much greater than recycling the product after 10 years and purchasing a new product. So this is the strategy. Environmental have third step is life cycle analysis. We can also say that LCA in short form. A life cycle analysis, the most important point is validation techniques. Second point is to identify environmental burdens that arise from products through the material suppliers, through manufacture, use, and till disposal. Delineation of all environmental effect irrespective of their positions in the life or their origin. For example, electricity generation, infrastructure, and other items which are not be directly influenced by the designer or industry. LCA, that is life cycle analysis, does not adequately describe product end of life issues. Difficulties in defining boundaries, embedded toxicity, emissions, and environmental impact of end of life treatment system. Next, second part is engineering design. Design to use product information available to design engineers and recycling technology developers early in the development cycle. Design for process and producibility is product variety, supply chain, and recyclability and serviceability. These are independent points for designing of engineering. Next point is design for environmental as a part of design. to understand the life cycle of the product and its impact on the environment at each of its life stages. So these are the diagram regarding all our environmental strategy, engineering designs, and all our system is used for the environmental growth. Next point is business strategy foundations. Initially, companies are learning the hard way how to develop appropriate environmental strategies by trial and error. First point in that, primary interest. This interest is regarding technical and technological approaches. Second point is understand the products, the product development process, the company and the company's stakeholders. Third point is critical phase for deciding the product strategy is definition. Fourth point is product definition is in encompasses the upfront product development activities that considering the following. First point is user needs understanding. This is first point. Second point is competitive analysis. Third point is product positioning. Fourth point is strategic alignment. Fifth point is charter consistency. Sixth point is technical risk assessment. Seven point is priority decision criteria list. Eight point is regulation compliance. Nine point is product channel issues. 10th point is project endorsement and other organization support issues. Stage, that is the selection of strategic environmental challenges, business and managerial aspects into their environmental strategy model. The eco design matrix Philips Consumer Electronics is only after the benefits to the environment, business, customer, and society have been assessed is the technical and financial feasibility analyzed. This is all over regarding business strategy foundations. Basic concept regarding business strategy foundations. Life Next point is life cycle analysis. This life cycle analysis is regarding EcoScan. Life cycle assessment is LCA tools examines the entire life cycle of the product from extraction, manufacture, packaging, usage to end of life. Certain limitation in applying LCA, the analysis of environmental impact of end of life strategies can be derived from such results. The environmental impact quantifies the impact of usage conditions as well. And these conditions is packaging environmental impact accounts for the impact of plastic, cardboard, and paper used in packaging materials. Next is current calculations. The end of life impact is only accounted for by the disposal through incinerations. This is life cycle analysis. Next is environmental impact analysis. For end of life strategies, it is necessary to determine the reference point. There is, for example, for the analysis of environmental impact, case 1, a product that will reused does not need any new manufacturing or end of life processing before it is ready for resale. This is first case. And suppose the assumptions is condition is a product is introduced to the market, used for 10 years, and then reaches end of life. How much environmental impact is there to deliver the product in resellable conditions? Case In particular case 1, a product that will be reused and does not need any new manufacturing or end of life processing before it is ready for resale. And regarding in case 2 conditions, a product has the end of life strategy of recycling. This requires materials to manufacture a new product. A reduction in the overall environmental impact based on the percentage of recovered material. This environmental bonus is based on the percentages of materials recovered from the recycling. Next slide is regarding International Organization for Standardization. ISO is an international standard setting body composed of representatives from various national standards organization and founded on 23rd February 1947. The organization promotes worldwide proprietary, then industrial and commercial standards. It is headquartered in Switzerland. Whenever we have to be thinking about all the standards, the ISO is a particular standards which is used in our country, that is ISO 14000. ISO 14000 is a family of standards related to environmental management that exists to help organization minimize how their operations or processes etc negatively affect the environment, that is cause adverse changes to air, water or land, comply with applicable laws, regulations, and other environmentally oriented requirements, continually improve in the above environmental management system. An environmental management system, that is EMS, is a framework that helps a company achieve its environmental goals through consistent control of its operations. The assumptions is that this is increased control will improve the environmental performance of the company. Standards under ISO 14000 series is as shown in below. First is ISO 14001 is an EMS standard. Second one is ISO 14010 series of standard are about auditing. ISO 14020 is about environmental labeling. Next, ISO 14030 is a standard on environmental performance evaluation. Next point is ISO 14040 series are an on environmental life cycle assessment. Next is ISO 14001 standard is ISO 14001 is also known as generic management system standard, meaning that it is relevant to any organization seeking to improve and manage resource more effectively. This includes, first point is single site to large multinational companies, second one is high risk companies to low risk service organization, then manufacturing process and the service industries including local governments. Next point is all industry sectors including public and private sectors. Next point is original equipment manufacturers and their suppliers. Whenever we doing some important points, some important work, at that time this strategy or this methodology is completely important. Basic principle and methodology is, firstly we have to be, before we have to be doing some important work, firstly you have to be do a perfectly plan. Then after that you have to be getting according to plan, your action is done. Next, after this action we have to be check this is right or wrong. After that it is going to be happen the all over activities, and if it is right then you go to the next step, and suppose if it is going to be fail then you have to be again replan and doing all over activities. So this is basic principles and methodology. What is the benefits of this environmental impact? It can be, first benefit is it can be applied to any type of organization, or ISO 14000 is the more beneficial organization. So first benefit of that, it can be applied to any type of organization. Second one is it help in maintaining an efficient quality system in an organization. Third point is it creates confidence in customer on the quality of product supplied. And last benefit is it acts as a competitive barrier. So this is all our benefits. Whenever we thinking about this all over standardization and environmental impact or environmental growth, the most important point is come in consideration, that is triple bottom line. We have to be short, say then we can say that TBL. The concept of this TBL is means expanding the traditional framework to take into account ecological and social performance in addition to financial performance. In 1981, the management tool for cooperative working, sustainability itself was first defined by the all over scientists. The phrase was coined the some amount of scientists which is done the definition of this particular TBL. The concept of TBL demands that is the company's responsibilities lies with stakeholders rather than shareholders. In this case, stakeholders refers to anyone who is influenced either directly or indirectly by the actions of the firm. There are number of three pillars of TBL. First pillar is people, second one is planet, and third one is profit. These are three pillars we have to be see in briefly. First one is people. People means that is human capital, and this pertains to fair and beneficial business practices towards labor and the community and the region in which a corporation conducts its business. Second is a TBL company conceives a reciprocal social structure in which the well being of corporate, labor, and other stakeholder interests are interdependent. Second one is planet. Planet is natural capital. This is refers to sustainable environmental practices. A TBL company endeavors to benefit the natural orders as much as possible, or at the least do not harm and curtail environmental impact. A TBL endeavor reduces its ecological footprint by, among other things, carefully managing its consumptions of energy and non-renewable, and reducing manufacturing waste as well as rendering waste less toxic before disposing of it in a safe and legal manner. TBL manufacturing businesses, which typically conduct a life cycle assessment of products, do determine what the true environmental cost is from the growth and harvesting of raw materials to manufacture to distribution to eventual disposal by the end user. And third point is that is the profit. Profit is the economic value created by the organization after deducing the cost, which is important for the environmental auditing, the deducing the cost of all inputs including the cost of the capital tied up in therefore differs from traditional accounting definitions of profit. In the original concept within a sustainability framework, the profit aspects needs to be seen as the real economic benefit enjoyed by the host society. It is the real economic impact the organization has on its economic environment. This is often confused to be limited to the internal profit made by a company or organization, which nevertheless remains an essential starting point for the computations. Therefore, an original TBL approaches cannot be interpreted as simply traditional corporate accounting profit plus social and environmental impacts unless the profits of other entities are included as a social benefits. So these are first one is people, planet, and profit is the all over 3 points is interdependence. This people is bearer, then also sustainability and equitability is all over important. Bearer, sustainability, and equitability is the viable. These are 3 points is people, planet, and profit. These are most important points. Currently, the cost of disposing of non degradable or toxic products is borne financially by governments and environmentally by the residents near the disposal site and elsewhere. In TBL thinking, an enterprise which produces and markets a product which will create a waste problems should not be given a free right by society. It would be more equitable for the business which manufactures and sells a problematic product to bear part of the cost of its ultimate disposal. Ecologically destructive practices is such as overfishing or other endangering depletions of resources are avoidable by TBL companies. Often, environmental sustainability is the more profitable course for the business in the long run. Arguments that is it costs more to be environmentally sound are often specious when the cost of the business is analyzed over a period of time. Generally, the sustainability reporting metrics are better quantified and standardized for environmental issues than more social ones. So these are all our number of slides of regarding ISO 14000 standardizations. Thank you.